Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to explain the English tenses. Okay, we are going to see all the tenses in English. We have present, past and future. Okay, and we are going just to focus on the rules. Okay, we're gonna focus on the rules. Then in other videos we are going to see the each tense in each details. Okay, means that the use of each tense, how we are going to conjugate verbs there, etc. Okay, so today in this video we have we are going to see only the rules. Okay, how we are going to conjugate verbs, how we should form or make sentences with the tenses that we have. Okay, so first of all we have to start by simple present. We have present simple. Okay, present simple. The use, how we are going to conjugate verbs in simple present. You need the subject, okay, plus the verb, okay, plus the verb in infinitive. And sometimes, for example, we can say I study English. Okay, so I study English. Okay, so this sentence in simple present, and you have to pay attention concerning simple present. We have to pay attention when we have like he or she or it. So the verb changes here. Okay, so we can say he. We are not going to say he study. He studies English. Okay, he studies English. So he studies English. So here we change the verb in he or she or it. Okay, we are going to add an s. Either you have to add s or es or ies. Okay, this is the rule of simple present. We can say I learn English, or we can say I play football, he plays football, she plays football. Okay, good. Okay, this is how we are going to conjugate verbs in simple present. Good. Okay, so we move to the second tense. We have past simple. Okay, past simple. When we use past simple, how we conjugate verbs in past simple or simple past? We use it when we want to talk about finished actions in the past. Okay, finished actions in the past. For example, we can say with the rule first. You need the subject plus V2 means the verb in the past. Okay, plus V2 means the verb in the past. Okay, since we are talking about simple past, we should know the difference between regular and irregular verbs. Okay, regular and irregular verbs, and I'm going to shed light both of them. Okay, I'm going to give you two sentences concerning simple past, either with regular or irregular. So we're gonna take the same sentence that we have here. We can say, so I studied. Okay, I studied English. Okay, I studied English. What do you think that you notice here? You notice that we change the verb. We add ied, and this is regular verb. So the verb here, study, is regular. Okay, regular verb. Okay, so concerning irregular verb, we can say she wrote a lesson. For example, she wrote a lesson. So what the thing we have the verb write in the past, wrote. Okay, we are not going to say writed. No, it's irregular. Okay, so it's irregular verb. She wrote a lesson. Okay, so I spoke to my friend yesterday. Okay, I spoke to my friend yesterday. Good. So we are going to move to the simple future. How we gonna make future sentence. Okay, So when we have future, you need the subject, plus will, the modal will, plus V1, means the verb in infinitive form. Okay, so we can say he will study. Okay, so he will study, or we have we will study English, for example. So he will study English, or we will study English. Okay, this is how we form simple future. You need the subject and will plus the verb in infinitive. I will travel tomorrow. I will visit someone tomorrow, etc. Good. So we move to the continuous form. Okay, continuous form, we say present continuous. Okay, to say present continuous means we use it if you want to talk about something happening right now, at this moment. Okay, for example, right now I am explaining tenses. Okay, so we are going to make this example. We have you need the subject, the rule first, subject plus the verb to be in present, am or is or are, plus verb in ing form. Okay, so plus verb in ing form. So for example, we can say I am explaining. So I am explaining the lesson. For example, I am explaining the lesson. So we have here the verb to be, okay, and we have the verb explain and ing form. I am explaining the lesson. For example, we can say she is preparing dinner. She is preparing dinner. Okay, so we move to the past form. Past continuous. Okay, past continuous. The rule of past continuous is you need the subject plus was or were. Okay, the verb to be in the past, was or were, plus verb in ing form again. Okay, plus verb in ing form. This is the thing that you need in past continuous. Okay, we have subject, was or were, plus verb plus ing form. For example, we can say she was explaining the lesson. Okay, she was explaining the lesson. Or we can say we were explaining the lesson. So we were explaining the lesson. Where you have to put was and where you have to put were. When we have I and he and she and it, we say was. I was, he was, she was, it was. Okay, so but when we have we and they and you, we say were, the verb to be in the past, were. You were swimming for the whole day yesterday. Okay, so we have we were and we have was and were. We was when we have I and he and she and it. You have to pay attention to the subject. Okay, good. So we move to the future continuous. In future continuous, the rule, you need the subject plus will be plus verb in ing form. Okay, plus verb in ing form. For example, this sentence, we have to write it there. We can say, so we will be explaining. So we will be explaining the lesson. Or we can say I will be explaining. Okay, I will be explaining the lesson. You need will the modal will plus be plus verb and ing form. Will be plus verb plus ing form. Okay, this is how we use future continuous. Good. We move to the perfect, part. We have present perfect. Okay, so we are going to move to the present perfect. We have present perfect. How we make sentence in present perfect? You need two things. You need the subject. You need the subject plus have or has plus the V3. V3 means the past participle of the verb. The past participle of the verb. Okay, we have infinitive, simple past, and the past participle. So you need the subject, have or has. It depends on the subject that we have plus the V3. For example, we can say I have done my job. For example, I have done my job, or I have done my work. Okay, I have done. We have, okay, subject, this is the subject, and have, and the past participle of the verb do, did, done, did, done. You need the past participle here. Okay, so, or sometimes when we have he or she or it, you can say he has done his job. Okay, he has done his job. Okay, so he has done. We have has and the past participle of the verb do and the object. We have to pay attention when we have he or she or it. When we have he or she or it, we write has, he has, she has, it has. Okay, so we can say Ismail has done this lesson. Good. So we move to the past perfect. Concerning the past perfect is another thing. So you need the subject. I'm going to write with the green one. The subject plus had plus the past participle of the verb means the V3, the past participle of the verb. For example, you can say I had done my job. So, or we can say she had done her job. So it may be similar to the first one, but there is a difference between the second part. We have or has, but here we write had in all the subjects. Here we change the verb have either in he or she or it, but in the past perfect we're not going to change anything. We have I had, you had, he had, she had, it had, we had, you had, and they had. I had done, she had done, or we had done, etc. Good. This is how we are going to make sentences with the past perfect. Okay. So we did the past perfect, I think, in the last videos, and we explained the use, the rules, how we make when we are going to make that tense. Excellent. Good. So we move to the future perfect. Okay. Future perfect. So the rule of future perfect is we need the subject plus will have. So will have plus the V3 means the past plus the past participle of the verb. V3 will have plus the past participle of the verb. So we are going to make the same sentence. We are going to keep the same sentence. For example, we can say I will have done, okay, my job. So, or we can say, in other words, she or he will have achieved her dreams. Okay, so you need subject, will have, and the past participle of the verb. Subject will have plus the past participle of the verb. I will have done. I will have finished this video by 20 minutes. Okay, so we have I will have and the past participle of the verb. Okay, by next year I will have obtained my bag, or I will have obtained my BA. Okay, I will have obtained means will have and the past participle of the verb. Good. We move to the other part. We have present perfect continuous. Okay, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So we have, when we have present perfect continuous, the rule is in the subject, so plus will, no, I'm sorry, have been, I'm sorry, have or has been plus verb plus ing form. Okay, plus verb plus ing form. So for example, we can say she, or we can say I have been watching TV. So I have been watching TV. Or we can say he has been watching TV. Okay, so we have I have been watching and he has been watching. We change the verb have or the auxiliary have here. When we have he or she or it, when we have he or she or it, we put has. He has been doing something. Okay, he has been explaining this lesson. Good. We move to the past perfect. Past perfect. One thing we have to past perfect. The rule of past perfect. Past perfect continuous. Okay, I'm sorry. The past perfect continuous. The rule of past perfect continuous is you need the subject plus, so had been plus verb ing form. Okay, plus verb in ing form. For example, we can write I had been, so I had been watching TV. I had been watching TV. Or we can say he had been watching TV. Okay, so the thing that you notice, we apply this rule that we have here. We have had plus the past participle of the verb. Had plus been plus verb plus ing form. Had been watching, had been living, had been, for example, in other words, so as not to be confused between present perfect and between present perfect continuous and the past perfect continuous, we can say I had been living in Rabat for 2 years before I went to another city. So I had been living for 2 years before I moved to another city or something like that. We have two actions in the past. One happened before another action, but the first action we mentioned to the period of time for 2 years. Good. So concerning future perfect, how we are going to make sentence in future perfect continuous. Okay, future perfect continuous. You need the subject. Okay, plus will have. So we can say I will have been doing something. I will plus will have been plus verb plus ing form. Okay, I will have been living. For example, we can say I will have been watching. Okay, I will have been watching TV. Or we can say she will have been watching TV. Okay, so here we are not going to change also the verb. Okay, it's not like when we have present perfect we say have or has or no. Here we say I will have, because we have modal verb here, will, and modal are always followed by bare infinitive. Okay, bare infinitive. The thing that we notice here when we have will study, infinitive, will be, verb in infinitive, we have I will have is the bare infinitive, we will have or she will have, we keep the verb. When we have modal verbs, always are followed by bare infinitive. So all the things that we have concerning the tenses, I try to simplify the rules of each tense concerning present tense or past tense or future tense. So I hope this video is going to be fruitful for you, and thank you so much. Try to share with your friend. Thank you.